Have you ever wondered how our planet's climate has shaped the ecosystems and species that call Earth home? Or how a few degrees of change can send ripples across entire ecosystems? Climate change is no longer a distant threat, it's happening now, and its effects are being felt worldwide. Today, we'll dive into the science behind climate change, explore its impact on ecosystems and species, and uncover practical steps we can take to help mitigate its effects. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Nature Wonders, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Let's explore the wonders and challenges of our planet together. What is climate change? At its core, climate change refers to long-term alterations in temperature, precipitation, and weather patterns over decades or longer. While Earth's climate has naturally shifted over millennia, the current changes are unprecedented in speed and scale. The primary driver? Human activities. Burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas releases greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane into the atmosphere. These gases trap heat, creating a greenhouse effect that warms the planet. While this effect is natural and necessary for life, human activities have supercharged it, leading to global warming. Since the Industrial Revolution, CO2 levels have risen by more than 40%, causing the global average temperature to increase by approximately 1.1 degrees Celsius, 2 degrees Fahrenheit. While this may not sound like much, it's enough to disrupt delicate ecological balances. How climate change affects ecosystems. Ecosystems are finely tuned systems where plants, animals, and microorganisms interact with their environment. Even small disruptions can have cascading effects. Let's explore how climate change is reshaping ecosystems worldwide. 1. Melting ice and rising seas. Polar regions are warming faster than anywhere else on Earth. The Arctic sea ice is shrinking, threatening species like polar bears, seals, and walruses that depend on ice for hunting and breeding. Meanwhile, melting glaciers and ice sheets contribute to rising sea levels, which inundate coastal habitats, erode shorelines, and increase salinity in freshwater ecosystems. 2. Shifting habitats. As temperatures rise, many species are migrating to cooler areas. For example, fish populations are moving toward the poles, disrupting traditional fishing grounds. On land, animals like mountain goats are climbing higher altitudes, while plants are shifting their ranges, sometimes faster than pollinators can follow. This mismatch can lead to declines in species that rely on these interactions. 3. Ocean warming and acidification. Oceans absorb about 90% of the heat generated by global warming. Warmer waters bleach coral reefs, turning vibrant ecosystems into lifeless skeletons. Coral reefs, which support over a quarter of marine life, are at risk of extinction. Additionally, oceans absorb CO2, making them more acidic. This harms shell-building organisms like oysters, clams, and plankton, the foundation of the marine food web. 4. Extreme weather events. Heat waves, droughts, hurricanes, and wildfires are becoming more frequent and intense. These events destroy habitats, displace species, and reduce biodiversity. For instance, Australia's 2019 to 2020 bushfires burned over 46 million acres, killing or displacing nearly 3 billion animals. Impacts on species. Climate change doesn't just affect ecosystems, it directly impacts the species within them. Some are more vulnerable than others due to their specific habitat requirements, reproductive rates, or limited ranges. Extinction risks. The International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, estimates that climate change threatens 1 in 6 species with extinction. Amphibians, already vulnerable due to habitat loss and pollution, face additional threats as changing temperatures disrupt breeding cycles. Similarly, species like the snow leopard and emperor penguin are losing their habitats to warming climates. Changes in behavior and physiology. Many species are altering their behaviors to cope. Birds are migrating earlier, and plants are blooming sooner. While these changes may seem adaptive, they often create mismatches. For example, birds may arrive at breeding grounds before insects emerge, leaving them with insufficient food. Declining populations. From monarch butterflies to Atlantic cod, population declines are becoming more common. For some, the stress of adapting to rapid environmental changes is simply too great. What can we do? Practical steps to mitigate climate change. While the challenges of climate change are immense, there's hope. Every individual, community, and nation can play a role in reducing greenhouse gas emissions and protecting vulnerable ecosystems. Here are practical steps to help mitigate its impact. 1. Reduce fossil fuel consumption. Transitioning to renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydropower is essential. On a personal level, using energy-efficient appliances, driving less, and opting for public transport or electric vehicles can make a significant difference. 2. Protect and restore natural ecosystems. Forests, wetlands, and oceans act as carbon sinks, absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere. Supporting reforestation efforts, preventing deforestation, and conserving marine habitats can help maintain these natural buffers. 3. Adopt sustainable practices. Making small changes in daily life can have a collective impact. Reduce, reuse, and recycle to minimize waste. Support sustainable agriculture by purchasing locally grown organic food. Reduce meat and dairy consumption, as livestock farming is a major source of methane emissions. 4. Support climate policies. Advocate for policies that promote clean energy, protect biodiversity, and reduce emissions. Voting for leaders who prioritize climate action and supporting international agreements like the Paris Accord are critical. 5. Educate and raise awareness. Sharing knowledge about climate change and its impacts can inspire others to take action. From community events to social media campaigns, spreading awareness amplifies the call for change. 6. Invest in green technology. Technologies like carbon capture, renewable energy storage, and electric transport are advancing rapidly. Supporting these innovations can accelerate the transition to a low-carbon future. 7. Prepare for climate adaptation. While mitigation is essential, adaptation is equally important. Building resilient infrastructure, protecting water resources, and developing early warning systems for extreme weather can help communities adapt to a changing climate. The power of collective action. The fight against climate change requires global cooperation. Governments, businesses, and individuals must work together to create lasting change. By acting now, we can limit global warming, protect biodiversity, and ensure a healthier planet for future generations. Imagine a world where coral reefs thrive, forests teem with life, and species flourish in harmony. This vision is possible, but it requires all of us to take responsibility. The science of climate change is clear, and so are the solutions. The question is, will we act in time? Next time you see a melting glacier or hear about a record-breaking heat wave, remember that your actions matter. From conserving energy to planting trees, every step counts. Together, we can turn the tide and protect the natural wonders that make Earth our home. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up and share it with friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to Nature Wonders for more content on the beauty and challenges of our natural world. Let's continue this journey of discovery together.